Bud Talk STL. It's like in Stephon Miller, Earl. Well, his friends know Earl. I shouldn't put that out there. And they're with the Elks and the Masons and things of that nature. But by the grace of God, along all this fucked upness I had, it was groups or individuals of people who met me where I was at, saw some goodness in me, and they allowed me the opportunity to be human. And you guys are part of that. You guys are 100% a part of that. And because it's like, I know I be saying some fucked up shit. But it's like, now my boy, I be want to pray for you because you be relating too much to the shit I say. He be like, yeah, I see why we hate motherfuckers. You know, you find somebody agree with you, you be like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? I'm like, I'm sick, nigga. Then you got you who don't quite agree, but you'll start dissecting and shit. And you be like, man, when I break it down, you know what I'm saying? And then got my boy Joffrey that when he speak, he don't speak as much as everybody else, but when he speak, he know he thought about it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just out. Not saying you are quick to draw. We similar. I feel like when we want something to say, we're going to say something. Yeah. But with the Toxic Boy Summer thing it was really my way of acknowledging my issues, making peace with my past, and I was ready to move forward. I just so happened to occasionally earn a few dollars off of it.
Just occasionally earn a few dollars?
No, because you got to look at how much I had to pay to do everything that I did. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, but it separated me from the pack. From everybody else because in the middle of a pandemic, I was the only nigga working.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know. Shout out to my boy Dave Chappelle.
Right.
He was like, hey, this the first live. No, nigga, my shit was live, but I'm just not popular enough for you to know that.
Fair enough.
Because St. Louis niggas didn't give a fuck. We ready to die for go outside.
It got ill. Like motherfuckers was not having to like stay in the house shit.
Man,
like at all. Like nobody was listening.
But you know what that taught me though? Like, we talking about Black Lives Matter, nigga. We learned no lives matter.
Like, to a certain degree.
Look, what I'm saying about this, America, I mean, I don't want to get killed, but we learned. Well, I'm a black man in St. Louis. There's so many people could kill me. But the thing about it, but we're going to knock on plastic. But with that being said, it's like, bruh, they didn't give a fuck about us so much that we should have shut the country down, been compensated for all our bills. Nigga, they gave us 30 days, and a bill collector was calling us asking for that little $1,200.
Yeah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm back out here like I do Uber and Lyft because if I was popping like that, I wouldn't be picking up strangers in my car. I'm just seeing the progression, which is amazing. I know we'll get there when we get there.
Right.
But I'm just so excited. This is why I wanted to come here because y'all part of that process, that growth.
I dig it, man.
Y'all are, right but that's what I learned. Like, they don't give a fuck about us because I shouldn't have been there having no one to pick up. But nigga, I was making more money than I ever fucking made before. Now I'm not rich. I'm saying like I never made a lot of money, so $2 more is more money I ever made. Let's just get that out here. But the thing about it was like this. It's like they don't give a fuck about us.
Right.
Now I see what Michael Jackson say.
Right.
They don't care about us.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Michael Jackson, man.
So let me ask you this.
Ain't ask me anything.
What was the biggest highlight of Toxic Boy Summer for you? Was it a joke? Was it a city?
You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it was. I'm going to tell you what it is that God was working.
Okay.
Now, I used to be ashamed to acknowledge God. Like, not ashamed, but it's like, if I acknowledge God, then it's going to put this light on me. Everybody going to think I'm a super positive nigga and shit like that. But I can't deny it. That's what happened last year. It drew me closer to God. Okay. Because I ain't have shit but hope and faith. And I've did it before, but I had to do it again. Because how I started the show, I just woke up on May 17th. I said, God didn't bring me back to St. Louis just to be an Uber and Lyft driver. I made a flyer with me, Future, Kanye West, and Drake on it. And I made a little video where Future, bitch, don't get too comfortable. He's the king of toxicity. And, you know, he's the Beyonce of us toxic people. And I said, and I ran with it. Because I was like, this nigga speaks for me, except he got more confidence in being nothing as a person. You know, he told the bitch either you would cry in a Nissan or a motherfucking Maybach. I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, I was like, pick your poison, bitch. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. And really, I learned that's what it is. I know bitches who still with niggas who beat on them and cheat on them, but they're providers. I'm over here trying to be a nice motherfucker, like, bitch, I love you. She like, yeah, that's cool for now. Yeah. But I need to be compensated. And that was hard for me to accept.
I hear that.
I'm still a simp ass nigga. I'm out here, hey, give me the cape. I love saving bitches. If you drown I'm jumping in the water. That's my thing. I'm saving a bitch. I'm saving a bitch. I got 2 dogs at home because I love saving bitches.
God damn.
Had no dog when I met you. But I gotta find a way to save a bitch. I gotta find a way to save a bitch. Somehow, some way. I don't even know my boy over here. I've seen him outside slinging CDs on the corner. But the thing about it, like, come on, man, I gotta save somebody. But it's like, but what it was just the totality of the journey. So everybody that I was cool with, like we are men, because what I learned is, my belief is God allowed things to happen for a reason.
Right.
So here I go at the highlight of my fucking career for me and my journey as a businessman. I'm crying in my car at the Snooks and Lukes and Hunt. I can't even go that motherfucker without crying. I'm like, how the fuck? Because I ain't had nobody call to share my success stories with. You know what I'm saying? And that's where my next event, Love, Lust, and Loneliness, you know. Not trying to plug it, but you know. But I took my comedy shows like mixtapes, nigga. And albums. I'm dropping, working my way up to a classic, nigga. But the thing about it is this. It was like, and then everybody identified as being cool. I'm like, damn, dog. Like, y'all think what I'm doing is easy, but y'all ain't doing what I'm doing. So you don't know the cost, and all these niggas like, fuck you. But I ain't gonna say I didn't do certain shit that warranted it, but I thought my good outweighed my bad, and I'm human. You don't feel the pressures that I'm feeling, and the stresses. So I was all alone. But guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I ain't know nobody this. I had a comedy show and a movie night, which that's my next event too. But I did it at the MX movie theater downtown.
Okay.
This is how good God is. Guess how I got it? I ain't gonna go into all the details, but I'm gonna tell you how I first started. Being an Uber and Lyft driver.
Oh yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
So you never know what's gonna lead. You know,
Yeah.
what's gonna lead you into your next.
I'm always
blessing.
on the go, always on the move. But it's like I mean well, and I like to. What I like about what I believe I like to do is add value everywhere I go.
There you go. That's
Now,
the key.
of course, as I'm a human being, I could be in my feelings when I feel like I'm not reciprocated. Not because you do things expecting something in return, but after a while you be like, I'm depleted of energy. So you can't just exert energy and not be reciprocated. But guess what? I was looking for power and energy from the wrong sources. For me.
Right.
But come along, also I do a comedy show, movie night. Then I'm struggling with people who from around this way, interacting with me for whatever reason, however they perceive me as such. Now granted, I've been traveling the country, paid my dues, sleep in the cars and shit. So the way we see things, just like we all evolve. So imagine trying to have a conversation with a nigga who ain't been nowhere.
Right.
So I sound weird to them.
Yeah.
And they sound weird to me, trying to tell me this the way the world. Like, nigga, you ain't even been in the world.
Because you know what's fucking crazy about what you saying?
Yeah.
You're saying everything, and you saying it like, oh, this is my story. This is my dog. We relating like this is the story.
Right.
Right.
You get
Yeah.
like this is the story.
But
like
what?
every successful motherfucker got that story.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey will tell you that story. Bro had $200 had to get to the Apollo.
Yeah.
How you feel? You know what I'm saying?
So
So they
they-
said I could get on if I could get to the Apollo, but I got $200 and I'm in Florida.
But this what happened, and this is the highlight. So alignment, the way things that are in alignment, man. When you just trust God, even when I don't trust God, God is showing His ass off, which is how you learn to trust God.
Right.
And I use this example of Abraham, who they consider father of faith, but he developed his faith by what? Being a fuck up, questioning God. But by the end of his life, he had no reason. So that's when they got Old Testament, New Testament. It's just Old Testimonies versus New Testimonies about our relationship with God. So with that being said, I get 2 comedians with nationally known critics, huge followers, who are willing to work with me on my shows and my events.
There you go.
After being disrespected by niggas who ain't did nothing, went nowhere at that time. Now, they may hear this and it's like, oh, this nigga's, no, I'm not shit. I'm talking about where the thought process was in that moment.
I mean, you want us to shit on? I'll shit on.
No.
I don't know the niggas.
No.
Just got a burrito. I'm ready to go.
Well, no. But
And I can fight. So
but the thing about it is this. Don't be upset when you lose things, people, because God's got something better for you. See, what happens is we be stressing ourselves over what we losing, but we ain't looking at what we may get better. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I got every reason in the eyes of God and people to not be considered shit. But what God has for you is for you, and His purpose He has for your life. So I had Bobby J. Coleman from Kansas City, great guy, give you great business advice, huge followers, 100% responsible for how I learned how to be more engaging online. Except he's funnier online. But when I learned how to like not break character and entertain whatever I'm on, I learned it from him. And R.I.P. Just Jay. He was considered a freestyle king of comedy. That's what he labeled himself. But I remember when I first met him in 2009, within my first year, he saw me. He said, man, first of all, I didn't know you was that short. And then he was like, on the internet, you come on like a mean, smart motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But that was 08, 09. Now, Bobby J, I used to watch the way they used to promote by just talking shit to each other and cracking on each other. But they boys, they partners. And then I remember sharing my stories about my struggles, and people like him and Teray Gordon that be commenting. Because what I learned, the more you do this, everybody on the grind. Ain't nothing what you think it is. But Bobby J has a huge influence when it comes to the internet. Now it's levels and shit, but it's undeniable, at least within our region. Plus, he's been a writer for other comedians, television critics. He was willing to work with me.
Right.
Then we got Just Niche. She's the first person. See, that's what I'm saying. You never know who know or whatever the cool.
That's
Who
right.
paying
That's
attention?
right.
That's what.
Yeah, well, who paying attention?
So it's like sometimes it's just best just to shut the fuck up and chill. Excuse me. So with that being said, and which is a lesson I have to learn. But with that being said, you know, we reached out, whatever it was, it worked out. She said yes. She was just on Kevin Hart, Heart of the City, but I knew her from when I asked her, "Hey, can I come to your city and do some time?" She just had a little hood spot open mic. She probably niggas say it all the time, but you don't think nobody gonna show up.
Hell no.
But I showed up, and then I killed it. Now, I bombed some more in Chicago. I killed it. I killed it. Sean Morgan walked in and said, "You one of us?" And he said, "How long you gonna be down here?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm finna leave because that's all I got enough money for." And he was like, "I'm a comedian. I know how it is. You can crash in my crib." He said, "I'm gonna put you on some more shows." He did. I killed this other room dude named Big Keith. I ain't saying they remember me or nothing because it meant something to me more than maybe them. But I went in and I killed it. He said I was the first black comedian that came in there that controlled the room and just killed it with joke after joke after joke after joke after joke after joke after joke. Like instead of just doing all the extra shit,
Yeah.
I'm just there nonchalant. He said since Deion Cole.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look, we're going to go on break on that one. I'll let sizzle your spirit, man. This is what we doing with comedian Jason Nelson. There's some more people here. We're going to get into it. We got a lot going on.
Yeah.
This is what we doing. We'll be right back.
But that's what I'm saying, man. It's like,
Oh, Jesus. Deion Cole.
I was 10th grade sophomore, she was in the 12th. She used to call me childish cause on her booty I felt. It was big, it was bouncy, it was soft yet firm. That's why I went to school, I wasn't trying to learn. I never got my turn, she never gave me a chance. I used to daydream of taking off those chick jean pants at the high school dance. She just let it all hang, booting it over, making that ass swing. The DJ was from New Orleans, the music was hype. She got loose all night, I think the juice was spiked. I was high as a kite, I thought the time was right to ask her for a dance. She say, nah, that's alright. I played it off, walked back across the floor. Fuck that hoe, didn't wanna see her no more. But 150 pounds and 10 years later, seen her at the grocery store. She trying to holler at her. She used to be so far to me. Now she's fat to the mouth. That hoe is huge. That's a big old beat. She used to be so far to me. I tried to run, I tried to duck, but I couldn't get away. She was wild as fuck. She asked me for a hug. I buried my face between her titties, but all I could think about was how she used to bullshit me. Back in the day when she was cheerleading, they was fine, but all that screaming had my ears bleeding. I was concentrating on her though. Them pretty eyes, them pretty ass, them pretty titties, and them pretty thighs. But nah, she's a hefty heifer. Seemed like everything on her body just melted together. But it wasn't no thing. Gave her my number and all. And when I stepped, she said, "You better call me." I'ma call you, girl. You know I'ma call you. So you with that 713 or the 832? Sure me. Okay. She used to be so fine to me. Now she's fat to the motherfucker. That one was huge. From elegant to elephant. She used to be so fine to me. I couldn't wait to go and tell all the niggas I went to school with how she used to look like. Oh, now she looked like shit. Before I picked up the phone, I sat back and thought, maybe she got a problem and it wasn't her fault. So I grabbed the number she gave me and used it. Wasn't no hard feeling, had to call it a problem. What's up, this Steve? What you doing? She said she was in the kitchen, fixing some pork chops and chicken, stove top stuffing macaroni and ham with some purple whole peas and yams. I'm like, damn, how many kids you got? She said none. Where you live, girl? She said, yeah, I come on in, nigga, I'll fix you up right now. Oh, did these purple whole peas yourself, girl? She just got big ankles. Ankles wide.
Show in Long Beach, ready to relax, kick up my feet, maybe smoke a blunt or two, that's what I wanna do. Broke out and called up the homeboy Snoop.
What's happening, nephew?
Oh, nothing, just call. Looking for some women who can fondle my balls.
Well, you hit the right dog, I can help you with that. Give me 15 minutes and I hit you right back.
Off to the hotel, I was ready indeed. Slap the button in the lock to control the speed. Put one up in the air, the cops just there. Wave my hands out the roof like I just ain't care. Got to the telly and I slid through the door. Onto the elevator, hit the penthouse floor. And what would happen next, only time could tell. Cause I got up to my room and I was mad as hell. Damn. Who let these hoes in my room? Who let these hoes in my room? Oh no. Did you let them in? Who let these hoes in my room? I want to know. Who let these hoes in my room? Now it was 5 bath holes and they looked like trash, but one was a midget, so we'll just say 4.5. I was stuck speechless, couldn't believe my eyes. What I do to deserve this unpleasant surprise. And I was thinking to myself, this is just my luck. Then my nigga bust in like, what the fuck?
Who in the hell let them booger bears out they jail? And what they doing in your room? Nigga, make them bail.
Yeah.
Got some fine bitches, dime bitches on their way.
Okay.
And told security, let them in with no delay. So when they get here, they probably be like half naked. Don't mean to trip out, but bitch, y'all got to dip out. Catch the elevator up one floor. Presidential with the slide and key for the door. Oh no. What the fuck going on? Shit, all around the world, Luda. Man, it's the same song. Bitch was so ugly, I told her to go home.
Who let these hoes in my room?
Man, who let these hoes in my room, man?
Who let these hoes in my room? Oh no.
Did you let them in?
Who let these hoes in my room?
Well, who let them in then?
Who let these hoes in my room? Get out. Now these chicks wouldn't leave, they was ready to clown. One was 5'6" and weighed 300 pounds.
No, she didn't come through with a thong on. She did it for the hell of it. Big fat well
You
of
can't
it.
separate me, I'ma separate you. Bitch, your pussy smell like Pepe Le Pew.
You filthy, nasty, sick in the head. Sitting in my dressing room with dick on your brain.
She said, I want you to climb in these underwear, silly. But I was turned off by a Tupperware titty.
Fake bitches, great bitches, make bitches, kick rocks when they fucked up in their face. Tick tock, you got to get up out my space. Hey, Ludacris, let's get the fuck up out this place. Let's bounce.
Then it got to my head and something reminded me. I know who let him in, it was Bill O'Reilly.
Faggot, white bread, chicken shit, nigga.
Who let these hoes in my room?
Who let these hoes in my room?
Who let these hoes in my room?
Did you let them in?
Who let these hoes in my room?
I need to know who let these hoes in.
Who let these hoes in my room?
Hey, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get the fuck up out of here. Did you let them in? Ugly ass bitches. I don't understand how these bitches always get in my dressing room, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I get off stage, it's 7 or 8 ugly ass bitches posted up in my dressing room. The security acting like they don't know who did it. I know you feel what I'm saying. All my niggas around the whole world. We need to form a society or something. Fat gorilla monkey mouth bitches can't get in our motherfucking dressing room or backstage. And if they do, we kindly put our foot up their asses and redirect them bitches to security's dressing room. You dig? Sick of these ugly ass bitches being in my dressing room.
Welcome back to What We Doing We With Comedian Jason Nelson.
Yep, Jason Nelson, focus on the funny LLC, produce, promote comedy shows and events, a stand-up comedian extraordinaire. It's an acquired taste. Everybody don't like high class. Some of y'all niggas just like chicken wings and cheese fries and shit. But when you ready to eat something hot,
like to say,
when y'all
fark jokes.
when y'all ready to eat high quality food and get high quality comedy, you come to Jason Nelson, man.
I hear that. Before we went to break, we was talking about
The
highlight of
yeah.
Dr. Boy Summers, man.
So to wrap that particular part of the conversation up, it was simply this: I was honored to work with these people. Shout out to Just Niche, shout out to Bobby J. But I do want to shout out to my Black Pack crew: Precious J. Dorsey, Tommy Dangerfield, Brandon Taylor, J.B. Buchanan, Philip Cornell, Grant Nunn. It's a bunch of us. We network amongst each other, inspired by like Keenan Ivory, Eddie Murphy, Paul Mooney, Robert Townsend, and things like that. But at the end of the day, what it taught me was what God has for you is for you. And I was able to end my 4-year anniversary with 2 nationally known comedians who didn't have to even give me the time of day.
Right.
But it took me to the upper echelon within the area that I'm in.
Right.
It was undeniable. My shows was banging. It was fun, high quality entertainment, affordable price. And Jason, he bring the people out. But it's by the grace of God. Never take it for granted. I work. I challenge you to work harder than me. The only person I know who may work harder than me may be this dude to the right of me.
Speaking of which
is how I met him.
Speaking of which, who you got to the right of you?
Right here, my partner Dretoon. He has one of my favorite motivational music. When I wake up now, I ain't a street nigga. I mean, grew up around some, but I wasn't in it. I knew my lane. But this nigga got this. He got this song called "Serving," and it's just, you know how you listen like Jeezy and those guys. Like, even though I know you some consciousness here and there, but sometimes you just need to listen to the shit that just get your motivation going.
Damn right.
Nah.
He has the anthem of the year, and I put that on my life. Like, I don't even say that shit, especially since I value myself now. Now, when you call me while I'm suicidal, I'm like, yeah, I burn myself up all the motherfucking time. But this dude has an anthem of the summer, of the year, of the fall, probably for a lifetime. Give it up for the one and only Dretoon. Come on, let's clap for my boy. Right? Let's clap it up. Let's learn about my boy. Make sure you talk to the mic. Make sure you talk to the mic.
What we doing, bro?
With it, man. I go by the name of Dretoon. You can check me out on our streaming platforms, DRETOON, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on y'all radio station. And shout out my boy Jason Nelson and all the people who rocking with me, man.
Well, when you say all platforms, because I, as a person who produce and promote comedy shows and book people are like, yeah, I do music. I'm like, do you have anything to show for it? And they be like, well, I got this. Well, I don't listen to CDs. I do streaming. Are you at least on YouTube? No, man, you just gotta trust me.
Oh, you just gotta trust me. Okay.
Guess what? I met this dude. I was a little lit. I ain't gonna lie, I was lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing better now, but I was lit. This motherfucker, I'm like, oh, here go another rapping ass motherfucker, right?
Man.
Bruh, this nigga pulled out a fucking life-size banner of himself with all his social media, gave me a card, a CD, and I said, man, I don't listen to CDs. He said, well, I'm on iTunes. Bro, I use Tidal, try to support black-owned business. Well, what's perceived as black-owned business.
Okay, there you go.
But guess what? He said, big bro, I'm on Tidal too.
There you go.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Everything, man.
Double judge a book by its cover.
Facts.
So, hey, even though your beer gone, toast to that. You about your business.
Yeah.
Facts. On that one.
So, of course, the obvious question, bro. How did you get started with music? Everybody raps, bro. So everybody's a rapper. Everybody got a 16. Everybody can spit.
Yeah.
Don't get it fucked up or confused.
Okay.
With the black empowerment shit, we are really, really heavy on the ear when it comes to this music shit.
That is a
With this
fact.
Yes, sir.
That is a fact.
And we listen to a wide variety of shit. So
Yes,
we
sir.
not gonna kiss your ass and nothing like that.
Mhm.
You know, we ain't Charlamagne, we ain't disrespectful, because there's a couple times that nigga that said some shit. And I said it couldn't be a nigga from St. Louis up there.
No.
Swear to God,
St.
we
Louis
would've
too
went-
small for
We
that.
would have went in that nigga mouth.
I know they had.
We just don't deal with disrespect well. I just noticed that about us.
Yeah.
Like, we just don't like disrespect.
I didn't realize how uptight I was until I started going to other cities.
Bruh, like everywhere we go, think about it. Ain't nobody really hold nobody from St. Louis.
No.
Think about it. Like, we make party music, but ain't. Think about it. It's been some niggas that's been hold, like, bitched out. And you
know
just
what?
ain't do. You just can't get a nigga from St. Louis like that.
And you
'cause
know
we
what I
ain't going.
realized?
Right.
Even the way that we abuse our women here in St. Louis. Shout out to Ike Turner.
Legend.
No, for real, that nigga known for making hits. But When I go to other cities and bitches be talking back,
Focus on the
face. Those bitches don't talk back because they think a nigga might kill them.
Yeah, focus on the
But
face.
hey, we against violence against anybody.
But I'm sorry, because we went around a little. So what, like, okay, so as an artist, what do you represent? What makes you different? What are you about as an artist? If you could kind of sum it up to us.
I mean, I would say I represent the struggle, man. You know, I done came from nothing, man. I just want to show people, like, you know, if you believe in yourself, you can do that, man. You just got to stay down and stick to it, you feel me?
Okay.
On me, definitely.
So how long you been doing this music thing, bro?
Man, I've been doing this music thing for a while, man. I've been taking it serious the last couple of years, though, you know, putting my own money into it.
Okay, that's always.
Now I gotta interject this. He
Okay,
said
go
he come from the struggle, but it's more than that. This dude is on the verge of purchasing billboard spaces.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
He
Yes,
ain't.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If
See,
you go
I
right around
like
St.
that.
Louis City, St. Louis, in almost every apartment complex on dumpsters, he has his
Yeah.
flyer. He said, you know why? Because I post on everywhere else, they take them down. He
Yeah.
said, but nobody want to touch the trash can.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, he's still getting it out there.
Hey,
Like,
that's
all-
hustle
See,
like a
look,
motherfucker, buddy.
that's the part that we
That's
need.
hustle like
But
a
that's
motherfucker.
the part that we need to hear.
No, that's
Yeah, we know
Hey,
you come
I'm
from
out here
struggle.
every day.
So to his point, that's what we talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me all the shit. Tell us all the shit that you wouldn't tell it. Tell us that, look, bro, like I got motherfucking flyers, I got CDs, whether you listen
Yeah.
to CDs or not.
Yeah.
I got a
banners.
billboard, a banner,
Yeah.
I got
So
a
what
card,
inspired
I
your
got a-
what
you know
inspired your
I'm saying?
approach to your marketing, your hustle? What's the
Yeah.
inspiration?
Man, I just know that ain't nobody finna do nothing for me, so I had to go figure it out on my own, man. I
Hear that.
decided to
Damn right.
take this all the way serious. If I don't hustle, I don't eat. You feel me?
Right.
So every day I wake up and go to the store and sell CDs, sell my shirts. I got merchandise I'm working on getting, you know, socks and wristbands and everything I could get to represent Dretoon. You feel me? YG, man. Yeah.
Now, what made you want to get to performing music as an artist, though?
I mean, I just wanted to start taking my craft a lot more serious because, you know, if it's a lot of guys who just do music, you feel me? So I just decided to start studying up on the business side of it and, you know, understanding how can I be taken serious, more serious. You know, I got to get noticed. I got to do stuff
Because
that
I
other
your
people
question,
ain't doing.
were
feel
you,
me?
did you love music first?
Yes, sir.
So what was your connection to going from being a regular person to deciding you want to be an artist?
What made you want to do music?
Yeah, what made you want to be an artist? Be real, no
Full
wrong
time.
answer.
Man, when I
Just
was
be real.
younger, I just played basketball, man, but I ain't make the team in high school, so all my homies was doing music. They was like, hey, Dre, rap and shit. I started rapping, and ever since then, I ain't stopped, you feel me?
Did you
Okay,
like
so-
rapping?
I'm telling you.
Did you initially? Did you
I
like
started
rapping?
loving it.
Yeah,
All right, so
That's what we wanna hear.
So check it out. So here's the question.
They gonna run you through the ringer. They
Here's-
holding back right now.
No. 'cause we
I don't
about to
know
get
that
into
boy
it.
right here.
About to get into it. So
I'm ready.
That nigga
who
kinda
your
funny.
influences?
Man,
Oh,
Who's
be
your-
careful.
who's your
Be
influence?
careful.
I'm
Hip-hop.
influenced by, you know, like Wayne, Tupac, Biggie Smalls. You know, I started off on that New York stuff for real. But, you know, I didn't just branch
That's what we
out.
all have.
That nigga said.
We all
That nigga
started.
said Big and Pac. So you got me with Big.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You already got me with
I was
Big. 'cause
raised
Big
up
is
off
a
respect,
lyricist.
though. Me, myself, I was raised up off respect. That's what a lot of niggas don't got nowadays. I was raised to
I
respect.
agree.
So
you
I
feel
agree.
me?
So let me ask, based on that principle right there, what did you see different from the St. Louis music scene that you probably wouldn't think was there before you really got into it?
Man, I feel like niggas just not, they just want to be high speed shooting, and you know, it's just like, man, that's in St. Louis, bro. It's all that high speed, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's cool. It's cool, you know, but I just feel like in music, it's a lot more. You know, I express my feelings through my music. I could talk about whatever through music. I can, you know, be myself through my music. So it's my passion, bro. I would do this if I didn't get no recognition. I ain't get no recognition for a long time. You feel me? On me.
So
How-
when you meet another St. Louis artist that you might not know, maybe at a concert or a networking deal, what's the common traits that you're seeing just walking through the door? Is people putting on off the top, or is pretty much cats keeping it Lou Gurley.
Yeah, you already know how it is in St. Louis, man. We don't really like to show no love, man.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
I be showing all type of love. Like, hey, if you serious, then come through. I could plug you in on whatever I got. We can work with each other. You feel me? To go to the top. But everybody don't be serious on that. But I'm just learning I gotta just take myself more serious. I gotta be more serious with myself, and if anybody is interested in working with me, I don't got no problem with that. We can work, cause I'm a workaholic. You feel me? So
do you have any kind of standards when you work with somebody new? Because a lot of times, back when we was coming up, you got to be what you talking about at the very least. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Is that something that you hold still your, or if it's like if it sounds good, we gonna roll with it?
Definitely. I mean, I don't really want to do nothing with nobody who ain't really out here living like that, cause I'm living like that. I wake up, I poop. You hear me? I eat.
Yeah.
This how I live, bro.
Not to give a disclaimer, he said he living like that. He's saying his experiences in the past and his current observations.
Yes, sir.
His current,
allegedly.
His current, no, it's not his current observations.
Right.
So he's telling you the life that he lived, and as he continue to progress,
we gotta
continue to share that.
We gotta
shit.
keep it funky. It's a lot of. Matter of fact, I was just watching another a bigger podcast than ours, not a better but bigger.
There you go.
I was watching Drink Champs, and Drink Champs had some of the OGs on, Big U, Bimmy, I think his name is Deb, and Walker Mother. Like, so they got this hip hop kind of series going on, and it's like an hour each. And they and Trick, of course.
Oh,
so
okay,
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you talking about hip hop undercover?
Right? Yeah. So it talks about it. So what they were kind of expressing, which was not surprising, but it was funny for me. Especially Deb. Deb was putting motherfuckers on blast.
Oh yeah.
Deb was like, all these motherfuckers be acting tough and acting gangster, get under me, and they soft as shit, and they not who they say they are.
Right.
And they, when it comes to the music and when it comes to just art in general, from Jason to like your art is authenticity.
Right.
So it's supposed to come from somewhat of a place that you believe.
But the challenge is this, bro. Like Patrice O'Neal's absolutely hands down one of my favorite comedians.
All day.
Sometimes he's top one. Sometimes it could be top. He's never out of the top 5.
I agree.
But he's 100% influential inspiration behind 1.1, 1.5, whatever. Because the guy who inspired me to name my company Focus on Funny was a guy named Kate Ferg in Chicago, comedian. And one day he just hit me up, 2016, said, hey, don't think too deep, let it flow, focus on the funny. I kept telling myself that's a mantra, like every day, like don't worry about the money, focus on the funny.
Right.
But Patrice O'Neal, what he stood for artistically is what inspired me. Same with Paul Mooney. And of course, as I've grown, I learned to evolve. I'm gonna make modifications. But it's an interview, like it's levels to this shit, right?
Of course.
So when I say levels, Patrice O'Neal talk big bad shit. No, big bad shit. Until I was listening to Andy and whatever that fucking podcast, legendary shit. There's no disrespect, because Comedy World, we take certain shit differently. But Andy and Opie, I think it's called. But Chris Rock was on there with him, and then you could hear like, even though as big as he was, like, bro, this Chris Rock.
This Chris Rock. Yeah.
So the thing
This
about
Chris
it,
Rock.
right. And so the thing about it was, Chris Rock said Patrice he's funny, but he ain't learned how to play the game yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said that.
But that's what I'm
he
saying.
said that about Patrice, but he also said that about Mike Epps.
He said Mike Epps is a better comedian.
He said, but I write better
jokes.
jokes. And it just stopped the room. Like, hold on, whoa.
Because
whoa,
when we
whoa.
see
and then, but when he said it, I immediately got what he was saying.
Yeah.
You'll never get to this level until you learn all the rules of the game.
But what happened? But what it is like it's a different level of appeal.
Yeah.
So when we look at it's like me right now. I'm more conscious. So what I'm saying, the discrepancy is Mike Epps is a real ass dude. People vouch for
for sure.
But what it is on the outside looking. I'm saying this as a fan. I expect to hear goofy shit when I see him. When I go clicking to Chris Rock, I expect to hear real shit.
Real shit.
Not both is real, but it's like levels to realness.
Yeah. Chris has said shit in comedy specials that have changed the way I think.
Chris
you get what
is
I'm
saying shit that now people come back. Black people versus niggas.
That changed the way I think.
That was
this last comedy special. He said a man is never He said a man is never loved unconditionally. He must provide something.
Yeah, it's true.
Shit.
That's real.
You get what I'm saying?
Like
real,
that's
though.
bigger than a joke.
Versus,
Like that's bigger than laughter. That's
yeah, thought provoking.
That's you get what I'm saying. That's
Life
come on,
altering.
right? Like that makes me. And if
Which
you're
is
that,
why I'm single right now.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Because guess what? The 2 women I did marry said they was with me because I was ambitious, but when they both left me, it was because I was broke.
yeah.
But I'm always working on the grind. I was always.
Right.
But either way, no down to them because they're taking on burdens that I currently don't have to deal with, which is not a burden. They're blessing my children. This is just a real life moment. They made a choice. I made choices, and I got real shit I got to deal with because of those decisions. But when I went into a relationship was thinking like, because I fucked a lot of bitches in my lifetime. I really did. Like in my younger day for sure. A lot of people don't see me that like now because I was domesticated because I was married pretty much for 12 years of my life. I went from one marriage to the next.
Right.
And then I worked in social service, so like, and I'm just not a dog motherfucker no more due to the circumstances. Or I evolved, however, I don't know. But the thing about it was, initially I went to a relationship thinking like, we ride or die, we unconditional.
Right.
And I realized, no, shit don't be unconditional. Like him, I genuinely believe in him, but I don't know what this nigga really on. I don't mean to no disrespect. I don't know what his character really about. I'm just making an effort, just like you took a chance on me.
Take a chance
Me
on
too.
him.
To treat people the way I want to be treated.
Take a chance on him. And
Now,
make
as a man, I'm gonna be
and,
weak.
And exactly.
And as a man, I'm gonna be weak. So guess what? I prefer to like now. I'm learning to accept and embrace male to male energy for it. Like, man, yeah, I like bitches, like titties and ass, pussy and shit like that. But now at this part of my life, I'm like, sometimes you need to be around other men because we can vent, we can talk, we big each other up. But at the end of the day, I'm still a man. Guess what? I want to go home, suck on
you
some
want
titty,
something- you want
rub on
something
a
soft.
booty. Yeah,
No, you want
that's
something
all
soft.
good.
You want
Yeah,
something soft to land
that
on.
balance.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Definitely balance, bro.
But that's a
balance-
weakness.
But that balance is also key to your art. Because another thing that was crazy that I've kind of peeped in some of these movies that's been coming out, how all these motherfuckers running the same, like have ran into each other before they was on.
Yeah, man.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Every
that one
industry,
night,
we
like
done
that
fucked
one night in Miami,
Well, hell.
to where you had that many powerful people in one room, and because they all trying to grind and
But
get
look
to a
at
certain
Kid,
level.
look at
Or-
Kid play Martin, Salt
Kid
and Pepper.
Play, Martin, Salt and Pepper,
They
all
all
in the
work the same spot. You know what I'm talking
Jodeci, Mr.
Yeah,
Davin
all
having the
that.
basement, and Missy Elliott, Player,
Right.
Aaliyah is in the fucking basement.
And I can
You know what
imagine
I'm saying?
Missy Elliott at one point. Look at her, like beautiful black woman and shit like that. But come on, bro. When she first dropped, were we looking at her in that way?
No,
I was. I'm not even gonna lie.
I thought.
I wasn't. No, I
definitely
was
was.
not.
I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
I was not.
I'm
Go ahead, go
No,
ahead.
gonna be real. That rain video, that finger wave, and then she kind of was moving around like, you know what, on the real.
Yeah, I know Superfly.
you a
Yeah.
sick motherfucker.
No,
I
I personally,
me, though.
but guess what?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
personally thought she was attractive, but I also thought like the dark skinned chick from Total. So baby,
Pam,
Pam.
Pam was low key.
But
that
no,
deal,
but
dog.
it's,
Don't do
okay.
that.
I don't know what to say about me as a man, but I sometimes I like dainty women, but I can identify the bitches who came off a little bit more rough, or you can say masculine. I'm like, I guess because I know I'm sensitive, so it's like the fact of the matter is the bitch who came off a little bit more rough. I like
kinda balance
now.
it out.
I'm not Remy Martin, Raw Digger rough.
I love Remy.
Yeah.
I love Remy.
No, I love her
I
and her
think Remy is
totality.
violent.
No, I love
What
Remy
you-
like Remy. Like I
can rap,
love
rap,
Remy.
But like,
Like,
Pam
I get why Pat Pooch love Remy.
but Pam for Total, she just look like you can hang with her. It's like she your partner.
She gonna
Yeah.
swing first. Pam look like she'll swing first.
Right.
You need a
And
bit.
guess what?
yeah,
That's what I
sometimes
mean.
you
Like,
gotta swing first.
But now with Missy, I ain't gonna say she exactly like that, but like she's not like at the time. She's not the person that she's like a diamond in the rough. The more you look at her, you like, damn, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. Like India.Arie versus Alicia Keys when they dropped simultaneously.
Gotcha.
People slept on India.Arie.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So
Like
we
a
gravitated
motherfucker.
towards Alicia because she had more of the light. Just like, come on, wait, Escape. Come on, nigga. Come
I'ma
on. We
tell
a little
you-
bit. Who didn't like Tiny first and foremost at the time?
They did.
No,
Cause
back then,
no.
I did. Short, light-skinned, red.
I did.
I did not.
I did.
I did not.
And
She look like-
That is my girl, the round face one.
I did.
Who,
That was me, Letitia.
So,
Yeah,
you know what it is?
That was
We
that
like
was me.
chunky chicks.
Come on, with
Come
that.
on,
I like
bro.
chunk
Come on
too.
with it,
Damn,
bro.
boy, you got some strong bones, nigga.
Cause you like chunky.
You drink milk? No, he drinks milk, nigga. Your fist.
You gotta be. You
You
gotta
got
be
Wolverine
stronger.
titanium claws in that motherfucker. I am a bitch ass nigga. I am soft.
You gotta be.
Cause when you fist bump me, I'm like, damn, that shit hurt. You shit hurt. Maybe it's me.
Downstairs to the right.
That's the power of our male energy coming together.
But I need more male energy.
Hey, I'm gonna say this for the record. Now, Tiny, she was, you know, I couldn't get past that.
Tiny.
She had the Miss Piggy thing going on. I'm sorry.
The nose, you wasn't with the nose. I know.
I don't
And
even
she
think I
was
paid
too
attention to
little.
shit till recently.
I was fucking with Tiny.
Huh?
She was too little.
But
You
see,
know,
back
like,
in the day,
That's her name,
I
Tiny.
was fucking with
but
Tiny.
come on, the '90s, it was like having a short, thick, light-skinned, red-bone bitch was the wave.
It was.
It was.
Let's not front, bro. Like,
It was.
I ain't saying that you had to like it, but that seemed like the thing to do. Just like back in the day, niggas, you like, I don't like fat bitches. Now niggas is coming out the closet like, okay.
Coming out the closet.
I like fat bitches too.
You know, they,
You know what I'm saying?
they treat me nice.
Okay.
and
I was a trailblazer for fat
Cushion-
bitches. I got
cushion
paid
for the
child support.
pushing.
Every bitch I pay child support is a chunky chick. Check my resume.
Man, and with that, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to say it this time. Check us out on IG eventually on what we doing.
Good luck.
All
But we
social-
are on Facebook.
Good luck. I
We
can show
on
y'all how to do it
Facebook.
right now.
We are on Facebook. Check us out. 5-7 is always on my city.
What we
Music.
doing? STL.com on platform. Holla at your boy.
Hey, for the record, if you got
We
a
go.
second, I can show y'all how to do that shit right now. Everything I do is from this motherfucker.
Man, we'll get to it. We'll be right back. That's what we do it.
Yeah, for sure. You know. But I get it. But you know what it is? Just like he say. And I learned 10 years ago. I left St. Louis, started on my car. You gotta leave no stone unturned. You know what I'm saying? No. And plus,
That's what I was gonna ask too. You know, like what made you want
But
to
we ain't
stay?
saying nothing extreme or major or bad. It just really is. You know what? People want to know this shit too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we got the professionalism.
So
But if they gonna
speaking
rock
of-
with us, they gonna rock with us.
So speaking while we still on here, I got a question for you, fella. Now, while I continue to follow you, you know what I'm saying on you know,
But
No,
just
I-
in case it's being recorded,
Right.
that's what he say. I understand.
why I continue to follow you is because one, you completely honest. You know, like I'm one of them people who kind of like believe in people who tell the truth.
Yeah.
A baby, a drunk, and somebody that's mad as fuck. Okay. Now I'll pick to be one of those two sometimes.
I could be any one of those three at any given time. though.
So what I look at though is sometimes like if I'm having a hard time at work or a hard time at life or whatever it is, in the morning what you usually do is like you post, you know what I'm saying? Hey, regardless of whatever you went through that night before, you
Yeah.
post, hey, today is gonna be the greatest day of my life. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
That's a reminder to myself though, for real.
And that's the first thing that I see. So I'm kind of like, okay.
Being followed by me, I just jacked off.
So actually, it kind of like gives me that positive little gas for the morning. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? To keep going, to keep going.
Yeah.
But you ain't never too positive or too holy to where you can't still not have fun. You see what
So
I'm
the
saying?
thing about it is, you know, one of my strategies to that actually came from me observing shit from years ago, where I read in the Bible, what good is a glass is clean on the outside but filthy on the inside. So I said, let me put the fucked up shit first. But one thing I had to start learning how to do is a struggle, is embracing the fact that I'm evolving. But I remember shit I done. Like, come on, man, when I start popping, you don't think those screenshots gonna come out the woodworks?
Yeah, facts. I hear that.
You don't think all the shit I said when I was in my worst state of mind? You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, I'm 30. The way I see shit now versus, bruh, I was out here Cuba Gooding Jr., dog.
Damn it, man.
But I'm not saying it was good, but it's like back in the day, it was like okay to degrade a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
We was gonna talk about how we kind of grew up in breakups one time, but hey,
But I'm not saying I was.
We gonna go to break.
Hey, we're gonna go back to that. We're gonna take a quick break for
All right.
real this time. This is what we doing.
And I know it's controversial for me to say that, but guess what? I mean, welcome me because I'm gonna address it.
That's what you do, you know. You just pass the joint.
Nigga, you need to pass the joint, nigga. Man, hit the weed, man. Hit the weed. Don't start that singing shit, man.
We smoke every day.
Ain't no every day, nigga.
Average,
I mean,
but 9, 10, 11, 12, even 13 blunts.
that's right.
All those, and we ain't got no progress.
No more.
It's time to re-up. Got to hurry up and go and re-up. So we're just looking for the weed. just wanna smoke. We just wanna smoke. We just wanna smoke. We just looking for the weed man. The weed man. The weed man. And we just wanna smoke. We just wanna smoke. We just wanna smoke. I'm getting closer to the weed man.
We say you on the way.
Smell it on his clothes. Look, there he goes. Now you don't gotta smoke with me.
Alright.
If you wanna smoke my tree, just reach into that right pocket on your side and shoot a nigga fire. 'Cause we done found the fucking weed man. The weed man. The weed man. And we about to smoke. We about to smoke. We about to smoke. We done found the fucking weed man. The weed man. The weed man. And we about to smoke. We about to smoke. We about to smoke.
Yeah. It's your boy Lil John. With the East Side boy.
Yeah, this your boy Big Sam, man. I'm high. Hey, man, hold on. It's your boy Lil Bo, man.
Hey, we're gonna take this shit to 12 plate for the blunt. Only for the real smoke. Goddamn, fire some shit up to this here. Let's go.
Come on, nigga, pass me the blunt. I got a couple sacks for two.
One more, nigga.
I got a fluffy bag of this weed. Just watch me as I open it and pour.
Oh, that shit.
I'm about to roll up the line. We smoking on some real good shit.
That shit good.
Watch me as I get high as the hammer. All my niggas smoking real great.
Okay.
Getting kinda cheeky in my eyes, yeah. I think I'm gonna smoke some again.
One more time.
I'm trying to get back to the heaven. Damn, this weed's good as hell, yeah.
Yo, it's your boy Young Jock here. Welcome to another round of Looking Boy. Check it out, we got 3 contestants flew all the way down here from the Midwest, Chicago that is. We got the homie Meatball, that's right. We got the homie Radio G, and we also got the big homie Crazy. Y'all ready for another round of Looking Boy? Let's go. Hey look, show me your JLC, Black ENT shouter, you did. And I'm right now about to introduce y'all to some of the coolest cats I ever met from the Midwest. Hot style them. They said, John, we need to have a roasting session. You and us, we go at it, do it for the world. It's so wait, nobody ever did it before. Let's go, let's go. I said I'm with it if you with it. Point them out, point them out.
Sweet looking boy, you slow looking boy. Dirty white sock, you toe looking boy. You red looking boy. Will you marry me? Flat looking boy. Go bird bank lip looking boy. Midnight train last night looking boy. You pole looking boy. Don, I'm as old, never hair hole looking boy. Nigga booty that smell looking boy. Big run looking cake white gel looking boy. Get your red Morris chestnut shot in your back looking boy. Dodgers brand new bed looking boy. You in the house, L Cool J looking boy. Get your no mama, no mama. Penny off good times, big JJ looking boy.
I need love looking boy. Thank God they can't get in the club looking boy. Remember me from school? Hell no, you get no love looking boy. Looking boy, ring around your thug looking boy. Oh, it's the first of the month. Bone thug looking boy. Tap your hand off a chain looking boy. Get your brain on drug looking boy. Jagalang, jagalang, jagalang. Burning mad looking boy. No eyelids can't blink looking boy. You all the weekend sleep looking boy. No Chris, no Chris, no. Looking boy.
Check it out. You better get your weak looking boy, deep looking boy, peppy looking boy, you stink looking boy, do number wash my feet looking boy, bang bang bang, ski ski looking boy, tight looking boy, I fight looking boy, had to retaliate, might looking boy, you dumb looking boy, yo mama so she can't cook minute rice looking boy, flop looking boy, stop looking boy, can't take off her top looking boy, women be shopping, black Chris Rock looking boy, case looking boy, horse and carriage, Cameron and Mace looking boy, you ape looking boy, can I help you? Yeah, put 2 on 8 looking boy.
Come on, man. You's a broke looking boy, joke looking boy. Let me clear my throat looking boy. SpongeBob on your shirt looking boy. I play
playing dirt looking boy. Ballin' up dirt, can't switch looking boy. Brown dookie stains and draw looking boy. Scooby Dooby Doo. Mike Vick looking boy. Why won't lose no weight looking boy. Looking real ugly in the face looking boy. Jail looking boy. Weave looking boy. Need to brush up tea looking boy. Poop looking boy. Soup looking boy. Wearing green jacket suit looking boy. Say it again. Say it again. Old piggy looking boy. Just let your soul glow. Curl looking boy. I know you wanna leave me. David Ruffin looking boy. Anyway, you people going down looking boy. Hot styles and young dog looking boy. Tickle me Elmo looking boy.
You was a pro looking boy. If I was a little bit tall looking boy. Now that's the smell of clean. Oh, pass on looking
This
boy.
is the song that does and then lamb chop looking boy. Bang 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 bang. Old pops looking. Yeah. And that was going. Me. Yeah. What it is? Crazy. Yes sir. Hey.
Ankle sock in the wind.
Swag team. Hey Hershey. Good looking boy.
Welcome back to What We Doing. We jamming today. We got Dretoon, this motherfucker. We got Jason Nelson, this motherfucker, just having a fantastic conversation, man. So one of the questions I wanted to ask was, so what does the collaboration between you two look like? What do you guys got coming down the pipe?
Well, it comes down to this, man. Like, he's just very persistent and consistent in who he is and what he do. And now this nigga do be making me mad whenever I perform. He talks like in my set. But it end up helping me out sometimes. Cause he be like, yeah, that's my nigga Jay. I'm like, bruh, let me tell my joke. But it really be kind of helping me out. But I'm like, I don't want you to think you got to do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, it's kind of fun. But his consistency and showing up and working hard and hustling, it's no day of the week that he's not performing.
I like that.
That's the thing.
I like that.
So he's not operating on ego. He'll talk to everybody, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so one day he was like, man, I don't even know he know who I am or what I do for real. He was like, you know, niggas be talking. He like, hey, big bro, big bro. And this is not a disrespect. I'm just talking about from my perception and shit. Like, he look at the look in his face like he probably live like, is this nigga disrespect? Like, but no, I'm just saying, like, you don't know nobody. He like, hey, big bro, you know, when you doing this, doing that, doing that. And I was like, cool. And then one day he posted online. He like, man, put me on that show. And I deleted the comment or inbox. I said, we don't negotiate things publicly. You reach out to me privately. And this, what it is not saying no. You just may not be suited for this particular situation. Right. You know, like my first major event that I announced was Love, Lust, and Loneliness. Nigga, his single's called Serving. Not saying they won't like it, but I'm like, right now I'm focused on like love. You know what I'm saying? Right. Not saying they won't rock with it because we St. Louis. Right. But then I said, but if the opportunity comes up for me to do it, then I got you. Right. Well, the opportunities start coming up. Right. So then I said, hey, man, I'm invited on. What I say? Can I bring some of my friends up?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Hey. And I said, hesitation. And that was like about a couple days ago.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I reached out to you 2 days ago or something. I said, hey, and some people told me, hey, I could bring some people, this and that third, and you know, shit, he don't even want to hear it. Yeah. So, and he was the last one to know about the information.
See, there you go.
So
they
let you know. Exactly. Exactly. So everybody had the opportunity to cross promote and network, right? Mm-hmm. But you showed up. So hey, so the thing about it is, it's like this.
So that's that you don't realize how much, but that's gonna get you a lot further than a lot of motherfuckers because the fact that you can recognize an opportunity, small, big, whatever it is, and you take advantage of that, like I say 50% to 70% of the game is showing up.
Exactly.
And motherfuckers don't do that. Like, they'll tell you all day long, I'm a comedian. Well, show me some of the work you do. Do you do sets? Do you go to open mics? Do you work on material? Do you travel out of town? Do you have some things that
you put your money where your mouth is?
Do you put your money up?
Yeah, we all broke, nigga. We all broke. But do you believe in yourself?
Do you believe in yourself? That's what I'm saying. You rap.
I mean, levels of broke.
Cool, you rap. All right, so what do you have out? Like you saying, man, I'm on every streaming platform. I'm on everything. That's what people gotta see.
And these niggas think like, ooh, let me be controversial online. And then, no, nigga, that makes me not want to come to your show because guess what? I don't want to die, motherfucker.
No, it's clout chasing.
I mean, whatever their reason being, shit real here though.
So that's the thing, shit real here.
Yeah,
like shit real in this city.
Yeah.
So but a lot of cities and a lot of these motherfuckers be doing shit I saw some shit.
But guess what?
It's
When I
just
go
clout
somewhere,
chasing, bro.
I don't want to die, nigga. I mean, I know we listen to this music, but let me enjoy it, motherfucker. Let me have some time. Rock the stage so I can look at these bitches shake their ass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we
And
need
if you got a
facts,
problem with me, nigga, we can handle it afterwards. People don't have to die. You know what I'm saying? Let's, but the thing about
Let's
it
go
is,
in the back and scrap that shit out.
yeah.
Nah, motherfuckers forget.
Well, I'm gonna say let's do mercy or arm wrestling, nigga.
But motherfuckers forget what the job
Oh, like,
description
let's do,
is.
but that's what I'm
That's all.
saying.
The real shit in the world, like motherfuckers forget what the job description is.
So what I like
after you a street nigga and you rapping, you're a rapper now. So rap.
Yeah, that's
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
You cannot
niggas,
mix
niggas,
the two
niggas stay
together.
in that mind frame so long.
But I
that they
get
forget
why
what the job
they got
description
to
is.
get distinguished because you get people like some people who get adopted and take on an image and they see them as a cash cow and they feel like that gives them the same level of clout. Just like you get people who may move to Cali, ain't from Cali, but then all of a sudden they become throwing up flags repping Cali sets. But I don't know how that ain't my world.
Soulja Boy, Chris Brown.
But that ain't my world. I'm saying, but that ain't my world. But my thing is saying is like this. If you are who you truly, genuinely are, those who gonna rock with you, gonna rock with you. Those who not. Yeah. So what I love about him is he's talented. He works hard. He about his business. He's open to growing. He even challenged me in a lot of my thinking. So I'm like, damn, I'm glad I just heard him out.
Plus, that's a match made. Like people don't realize, bro. Like, most comedians, like, come out like comedians and rap. That hip hop connection has always been. I cannot think of the brother's name right now. I see his face, but he was on Eazy-E's tour. TK Kirkland.
Oh yeah, legend.
Yeah.
Hustle.
But that's how he fucking started. He started and he came to NWA and was like, "Yo, let me open up." Like, again, that may not have made sense. NWA could have been like
Eddie Griffin, Master P.
Yeah, there you
like
go.
they could have been like, "Nigga, we
Dave Chappelle with
rapping about,
Kanye.
we rapping about fuck the police." It's always been a marriage to where y'all can make that y'all can make that thing. You from the city, y'all both trying to put the city on. Y'all can make it make sense. And at the end of the day, it's entertainment. Right. So if I can get a 2 for 1, if I can walk in and I can get a dope ass music show, and I get some comedy.
Yeah.
I'm happy in a motherfucker because I paid for it. And 2, them shits make sense. It's cross
But
promotion.
Chappelle said I think it was Chappelle. He said most rappers wish they could be comedians, and most comedians
wish they could
Cause
be
guess what?
rappers.
I started off writing poetry, and then when I started smoking weed, I rapped.
Yeah.
And then it just transitioned to comedy because I'm like, okay, I ain't gotta come.
I feel like every nigga over 35 had a mixtape.
Yeah.
And
you don't know I had one.
Or you dropped the 16.
Or was a mixtape DJ.
Or you dropped the 16.
Hey, no, I had one.
It didn't work out for you.
Yeah, I was a mixtape
I wish
DJ.
I didn't. I used to throw away
But
shit.
you tried it.
This was a habit I had. Whenever I feel like I couldn't go all the way with something, I used to throw shit away. And shout out to my cousin King Gino Grimes here in South Carolina, but he from here. We had a DVD and everything called Blown and Fried.
Okay, break that down.
King Gino Grimes, he's dope as fuck. I want y'all to meet each other too. This nigga is amazing. You know, this nigga, I'm not just saying because my cousin. This nigga's dope as fuck. And when I saw him, I was like, damn, I hope they meet. I was like, we're going to go to South Carolina. But the thing about it is this. I also had this thing called Baby Mama drama, my first baby mama. I was like, damn, how many I got? Man. But the thing about it is, now Leon looked at me like, you despicable black man. I'm like, I'm rehabilitated, damn, nigga. But I was recording my baby mama calling me on the phone to beats, and I was just freestyling while she going off me.
That's hilarious.
But I wish, I promise.
Yo, that's hilarious.
And toxic.
But on brand.
It was my coping mechanism though, because I felt like, why are you doing this to me? Because compared to other niggas, I'm not that bad. Damn, bitch. You know, I was from the county. I lived in the city too, but I was from the county predominantly. She was from the hood over in South City. So we just had two different energies. Plus, I grew up in the system, so I learned coping mechanism things.
Yeah.
So I was like, why are you trying to do all this? Kick the door. I'm like, bitch, I grew up watching my mama get her ass beat. So I don't want to be that way, but that's what some people, which is a different conversation for a different day, are conditioned to.
All they respect.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of Mr. Dre, where'd you grow up? What school did you go to?
Man, I grew up a little bit of everywhere, and St. Louis. I grew up on the north.
North.
You know what I'm saying? In the county, that's really where I went to Hazelwood West, so I say I went to Hazelwood West in high school, so I say I grew up in North County, really, as a older, like teenage years or whatever. So yeah, me.
So let me ask you this: we talked about your musical influence. As far as other artists are concerned, what are some of the environmental influence that you have? Like coming from where you come from, where you started from. What are some of those things that you wanted to translate in your music?
Man, you know, it just be a whole lot of people who is lazy for real, if you ask me. Cause it's like a lot of people who got views, like they just got views and they get cocky, man. You can go out here and throw shows and get paid off there, do merchandise. You can go and work in the streets. Like people don't be doing that. Don't none of these
But
people
what he wanted to get to, like, for us, like throughout your upbringing and your journey, what things did you see that influenced the type of music you make?
Right.
So like you said, like we know everybody had to live somewhere, so you grew up however you grew up when you went where you were. But what solidifies the words that you say on track?
Man, I say like.
What did you grow up and see? What was you exposed to?
When I was younger, man.
We all, you know what I'm
We
saying?
know you did. I don't want to make an assumption. What did you see? What did you grow up seeing it?
Man, when I was younger, man, you know, my mama was really just like a single mother, so, you know, she really put a whole lot off on me, you feel me? I had to really beat her to raise my little brothers and sisters, you know, so I really was treated like the, you know, the missing dad that wasn't ever there, you know, I kinda was like that, but I really missed out on my childhood for real. I had to learn how to grow up early, you feel me? Okay. So it kind of messed me up, but it made me stronger as an adult, you feel me?
Yeah, no doubt.
On me, it make me strong, so, you know.
So when you talk about, like, hustling and things of that nature, respectfully, because you don't have to go too deep into it, what influenced you to speak about these things? Like, was you exposed to watching hustlers or... I mean, I gotta ask you because people gonna dissect you, right?
Yeah, all that.
Are you living out of fantasy, or were you exposed to where you seen people as well as yourself? You had to learn how to adjust and get it how you live.
Yeah, so basically, you know, I came up, I ain't had nothing, and nobody gave me nothing, you feel me? I seen other dudes who was getting it, they had the ladies, they had the monies and all that type of stuff, and I'm like, man, I want to be like that, you feel me? I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be dependent on a female and none of that, so, you know, I just molded off of them, and I made myself a boss, you feel me? I went out here and I got it on my own, I created my own success, you feel me?
So basically, you emulated what you identify what it meant to be a man as what you equate to being a boss. So you did what I thought at the time was necessary to do.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. I did what I had to do to survive, because I know ain't nobody finna give me nothing, you feel me? So I had to go get it on my own. How I know how to get it, you feel me? On me, real, you know? So that's how it is.
So let me ask you, both of you guys, this. Just from a collaboration standpoint, does a mixtape make sense? A comedy /
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? What would if you got this spitball idea right now? You guys say I'm at one point. Let me say I just give you some money to do a mixtape. What would you off tops? What would be the first concept be?
I throw him on some skits. I opened him up on my mixtape. You hear me? Talking good stuff, and then I bring in that gangster music. You hear that? I'm telling you.
That. What would you imagine when you think of the concept for yourself?
Kind of like what T.I. did with Dave Chappelle on that Dime track. Okay, you see what I'm saying? I want to say
Jerry Seinfeld with Wild.
I was gonna say that, but I never listened to that.
Can I give a slight?
Go ahead,
go on, Leon.
What T.I. did with Miss Pat?
Sure.
Fits more.
Sure.
Because Miss Pat was actually from that.
I get it.
You being from here, because one thing that's unique about St. Louis, more so than any other place, I think, whether you want it to be or not, you get exposed to it.
Yeah.
Whether you want to be or not, like I know really really good dudes that when they tell the story, it's like, damn, you went through that.
Yeah.
Like damn, like either their mother or their cousin. Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's just because we're a big small city.
Yeah.
So you can't help but that energy. So I think that energy together from a comedian standpoint, because what I kind of see from y'all, both of y'all, and I think this is why y'all are kindred, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I see a spirit of a kind of underdog spirit and a and a defiance.
Yeah.
Of because
Yeah,
I'm an
okay.
underdog, not only am I gonna kill it, I'm gonna kill everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna just kill. I'm not just gonna be like a dope ass comedian. No.
I'm
You gonna hear about me for the time that you've ever seen comedians. You gonna have to compare them to me.
Yeah.
I'm not just a dope ass MC. Every time you see a nigga rap, you gonna have to compare that nigga to me.
Yeah.
And then you gonna have to tell me if he better. And if he better, I bet you I'm outwork him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I see that energy, and that energy is the city. That
Yeah.
energy to me is St. Louis. And what we was talking about off mic, to kind of bring it on mic, is that in this city, the reason why I always champion and support St. Louis artists is because I feel like our city is special in a way that most cities aren't. To where we are rebels.
Yeah.
And we are leaders and we are individuals. And it's really, really hard to tell a motherfucker from St. Louis, female or male, like you ain't gonna tell us what to do.
Right.
You ain't gonna tell us how we moving.
Right.
You're not gonna hold. We may lose. You're not gonna hold us.
Yeah, that's right.
We may lose that battle, but you're not gonna hold us.
And you gonna see me again.
And then this city as a whole is always the underdog. It feels like we always gotta fight a little harder.
Now, can I add to that?
You feel what I'm saying?
Can I add to that?
Oh, for sure.
And a person who grew up in a very abusive household, being hit on has become my superpower for us. My tolerance of pain.
There you go.
So like I'm accustomed to people trying to go out their way to hurt and humiliate me.
There you go.
And so when you was like all this, I learned to think long term. So like if a nigga cross a boundary with me because I know who I am and what I do, it's like I know he really fucked himself over. Because guess what? You're right. We do have that energy. So you know what I learned to do? Give the opposite. Not in a cowardly way.
No.
But more like thinking long term. Like, because they like may win the battle, but I win the war.
I understand that.
But that's, again,
but guess where that come from?
that's a good thing.
I went to 13 different schools around St. Louis.
Right.
I was in psych wards as a teenager.
Right.
I had over 30 jobs before I was 27. I worked in social services for 10 years. I worked in elementary schools between St. Louis City and East St. Louis. And so I'm like, I worked on the Catholic Charities, and I never shouted this shit out. Catholic Charities, the Boy Scouts, Cornerstones of Care. I've been around people when I grew up and worked that was white, black, gay, straight, trans. It's like I cover the market. And what it is, I'm identified as being a decent person, but I always make myself sound worse than what I am. And some of it is genuine. Other parts I learned to do it. It's actually genuine. It's just you just know what you can do. Right. And what it is, I use that to my advantage because I know niggas ain't really thinking. And they responded off of like emotion and adrenaline. And I'm sitting there and like.
But I also think it's relatable.
But also I always ask people before I make a decision. I treat every text message, everything like I don't do the shit as in every conversation as if it being recorded. I always ask people, do you know where? I just want to know where you stand because I'm gonna be all right. Because you trying to appeal to this one particular demographic, and I'm not even finna throw us under the bus. You'll never see no shit like where I'm just hating on black people or niggas, however you want to identify.
Guys, if you will.
But the thing about it is like I know that like when I know niggas be homophobic. You stupid bitch. They humans, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, you may not be agreeing, or like when I go perform these small towns and I see Trump 2020, then I'm gonna make an adjustment. Now I'm not gonna kiss their ass and appease them, you know, because some shit with Trump was on. I did relate to the nigga. He's a hustler. He's an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? I can see why I don't believe in the whole enforcing your will upon people when it came to displaying your medical shit. Because if you do it this one time, then it's gonna open the door for the next time, right?
Sure.
Just like to go to a concert in the future, they talk about like you have to show that you took the vaccine or that you're testing negative, but then that's open the door for everything else. Which HIPAA, that's supposed to be my business, and people could use those shit to discriminate against you. So that's I can get it, and guess what? I connect with them on that point, while I'm also letting them know, hey, but this is what I think and feel. When I talk to a more conservative person, I go, if it's 100 people and 95 of them ain't shit, what is 5 of them that's decent? Do we throw away the D5, or do we take the chance to invest in them to know it's gonna be a trickle down effect? Now some people gonna be like, fuck it, cause that's business. Right. But occasionally you might catch somebody with a heart, but that could be me. So I'm letting people know the secret to my sauce is I treat people the way I want to be treated. My willingness to take a hit, and to basically endure and out persevere you, and I don't get caught up in the moment.
Man, that's a fantastic combo if you really break it down. As a matter of fact,
I still got more to learn, but that's what I said. Like when we talking about Patrice, learn how to adjust.
Know how to adjust.
You know what I'm saying? But the crazy part is Jay-Z. I was going back and listening to the lyrics. This nigga always, at least further down the line, he always championed on behalf of black empowerment, right? But he said, "Do you fools listen to music?" Yes, I was skimming through it. But the thing apart is, he's
teaching
whole,
you how to
the whole room full of vultures.
Full of vultures.
So guess what the Bible says? The man who's preaching out loud is receiving reward. Guess what his reward is? Attention.
Facts.
He said, "What you do in the dark." That's why I don't like when people attacking Kevin Hart, because as a black man, I get where he's coming from. He's like, "Nigga, I'm in a room with people. See, like, even me talking like this. This is me compromising what I'm capable of doing to move further because I'm showing evidence that I'm intelligent."
Right.
Which is nobody wants a smart nigga in the room. Now, white people or the niggas. That's why they try to use physical stature. That's why I let niggas know, hey, however you want to do it, I'm okay with. So the thing about it is, it's like this. When Kevin Hart had to explain what he doing, he's like, dude, I'm next to billionaires, this, that, and third, and I'm doing
And
this.
I'm kicking down doors.
But he should. But once you say it, just like my boy, the nigga who used to make the Gucci shit up in New York, what's his name? Dapper Dan.
Yeah.
When he had to go to Breakfast Club and they're like, "Oh, you working with Gucci?" He said, "Bro, I'm getting access to information. I'm not accustomed to getting it. I didn't want to just appeal just to dope boys." He said, "But I'm trying to do this because it's open the door. But sometimes we gotta learn how to shut the fuck up and stop trying to question people authenticity and how real they are."
Right.
See, when I was in KC, my shows was actually packed wall to wall. My shit be packed wall to wall here, which means the time for me to grow. It so happened it's a pandemic, but the thing about it, it was mixed. And people like, "How you do that?" Well, I grew up in the system and I worked in it, so I had some relatable points.
Right.
All my comedy show themes, y'all don't even know who the fuck I am. I've been doing this shit for a while. Like Love, Lust, and Lonely. This is not the first time I'm doing it. I'm just reintroducing it with a little pizzazz to it. The niggas like Flash. So the thing about it is, the niggas like Flash, even though we broke.
Facts.
So the thing about it is, it's like this. I'm addressing shit that we really going through. And then when I get there, they like, "This nigga preaching." But guess what? I'm not trying to go out my way to appeal to the lowest common denominator. Even when I start spicing it up, I had to make sure it was seen that I put in the work. And then I started like, let me switch to the haircut a little bit. Yeah. Let me push a smile. You know what I'm saying? Right. Nigga, that's just me adjusting.
Right.
So even like with the shit I really believe in, just like they taking over North St. Louis again because it's the cost of living. It's in their best interest to make shit sound bad. So
yeah.
You got the government built on Jefferson Cats. Yeah, are they canvassing the area, giving people an opportunity to be trained for positions beyond being a janitor and a cafeteria worker?
Absolutely not.
No. Now they talking about building up a lower income medical school in the area. Like what they say, you want to hide something from a nigga, niggas don't read. Just like they talk about those things that hear gunshots first, right? But they say they also pick up on phone frequencies. That's why I'm telling these niggas who think they real niggas, you really not a real nigga. You a dumb motherfucker with a gun. But you try to approach me like I'm a bitch nigga, and I'm actually looking out for you more than the niggas you surrounded by.
Facts.
But that's what I know. You get what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to water myself down in exchange so niggas can digest this. So, the reason why I'm being more bolder now, why I say I'm letting my nuts hang, is because I let my pay my dues, don't know what can happen. I'm almost 40 years old, and I said, you know what? I'm just live life on my terms.
That's right.
And that's it, what it is.
That's right.
I'm probably one of the greatest comedians that ever came from this fucking city.
Come on, say it.
Because I'm a teacher and accountant. But the crazy part is, it's not because I want to be funny. It's really I'm just using jokes to convey a message. And then I down myself, not because I really feel that bad about myself. Because I probably done fucked your bitch, but not because it's hard. Because they niggas done fuck my bitches.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm surrounded by niggas who bitches I done fuck. I'm taking pictures with these niggas bitches because these bitches ain't shit either.
Okay.
So even though we was talking about the controversy of Cuba Gooding Jr., crazy part is these hoes ain't built about shit either. But guess what? Where I'm at now, I don't even want to degrade the bitch no more because I'm more interested in uplifting you because I realize that's something toxic. But I am going to hold you accountable. It's okay to hold me accountable. And some of these bitches got to respond in order to respond for being a bitch to a woman. That you're not a bitch because you want to be a bitch. You're a bitch because you're choosing to be a bitch by what you respond to. But the moment you decide to be a woman, I'm going to treat you like that. Same way when I went from being, it said now, the Bible, talking about from milk to meat. I had to grow the fuck up too. Just like I was realizing what made me fucked up, I require stability from people, but I wasn't willing to give it. But the reason why I'm taking them through the ringer, because I was used to being abandoned. So now you got to prove to me that you are loyal, but I realize that's unfair. That's unfair for me to make things more complicated than it needs to be. Now the downside, particularly in my industry, or being an African American, man, is this. I show you love, and it's the same nigga who'll blow my fucking brains out.
Man, say it.
Because when you appear, what they say, people take kindness for what?
Weakness.
Right.
For real. Hey, look.
So
we're
I
gonna
can.
hold on-
Yeah,
we're
go
going to
ahead.
hold right there.
Go ahead.
We're going to take a quick break. Let y'all pack that for a minute. We got Dretoon out here.
Yeah.
Jason Nelson out here. We are packing a lot. It's Focus on the Funny. It's what we doing. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
I got pissed too.
Right on, fella.
I'm drinking this water.
Right on, guys.
Jack move, that's how we act when we team up. Yo, chill out, Who got the key to my beamer? Jack move, that's how we act when we team up. Throw your triple beam up. This is fish scale. I bailed out the county with counterfeit bills. My slang be high range, brick city. Watch how you sniff, son, I'm highly octane. All you hear is bang, bang, bang. Yo, remember you bitch shit, I forget my last name. It's all about game, nothing else. Foot elf, walk through the woods, then stomp on your foot. When high, I take out any comp in the hood. Gorilla impact in this rap habitat. Get you stepping in your Air Max. Bounce, cocking it back, but where that? Bounce. I got a 6-pack of Heineken and big cap on the wheels and 2 laps. I give Stella a root. My middle name must be fuck you. Cause every time I walk by, niggas be like, fuck you. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. My first name must be he ain't shit. Cause every time I'm in the car, bitches be like, he ain't shit. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, nigga, I'll be there. I heard the party going on in there. Yeah, well let me shake my stinking ass in there. Yeah, soon as I walk in, dogs are barking. Haters played it back. I stay in front like handicap parking. Starting arsons from Jersey to Auckland. Saw me coughing out that dread apartment. Roll up to the jam with the front end been up. Watch them chickens who end up getting salmonella. I'm ghetto like D&D, fucking with D. You be on band from TV part 3 in a heartbeat. Tiger straight out the cup. You light in the ass, son. You weigh about $1, but I'm 190 physique, 234 pounds total when I'm carrying the heat. Now platinum on wax, but platinum in the streets. Any nigga that disagrees, smack him in the teeth. Then that bag is little piece, rocking the ice. Get into the projects, gonna rob her tonight. Why you acting like that? Weed made me do it. Devil's advocate, hot, it take days to do it. My crew do drugs, Dwayne Reed couldn't breathe. Dry me in the sun, I'll amount to 10 keys. Red bones, I'm boning, MCs be cloning. That's before Doc stretch up and moaning. My middle name must be fuck you. Cause every time I'm in the hood, niggas be like, fuck you. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. My first name must be he ain't shit. Cause every time I'm in my car, bitches be like, he ain't shit. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. Yo, if you gotta be a monkey, be a gorilla. It's 4 a.m., I'm off a tab and stiller. World rap filler, push a big Benz with a chicken head draws hanging from my antenna. I'll be goddamn if a nigga take mine. On foot shit, put roller blades on. Mind your business, the 9 with swiftness. I'll pull it, stretch it like Fonda Fitness. I'm an everyday nigga like I'm Toyota. Your A&R hope we don't drop the same coda. Wrap the punta in a hefty tube. Yo, he ain't from shit, so haul ass back to you. My middle name must be fuck you. Cause every time I'm in the hood, niggas be like, fuck you. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. My first name must be he ain't shit. Cause every time I'm in the car, bitches be like, he ain't shit. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. My middle name must be fuck you. Cause every time I'm in the hood, niggas be like, fuck you. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. My first name must be he ain't shit. Cause every time I'm in my car, bitches be like, he ain't shit. I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. Check me out, yeah, check me out.
All my niggas be serving, ay, ay, ay. All my niggas
be serving. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, nigga.
I'm getting money every day. I can care less about the shit you got to say. How you gon' be broke with that money in your face? Round round with broke, keep that 40 on my waist. All my niggas serving, round round we serving. Get that pack in, break it down and we serving. Break it down and service. No job we working, no job we working. All my niggas serving. Ay, I'm getting money every day. I can care less about the shit you got to say. How you gon' be broke with that money in your face? Ride around with broke, keep that 40 on my waist. All my niggas serving. Ay, all I know is serving. Pull up on you and I'm at your service. Got that big 40 on me, I ain't nervous. Too much hate, my foundation sturdy. How you my partner, but you do me dirty? Play me by the bitch, boy, you ain't worthy. She a stupid thotty, she gon' do it all. Running up that money, I just wanna ball. I'm flexing when I'm on a feature. I'm too high when I'm off the reefer. Stupid thotty, she want me to keep her. But I don't wanna be a teaser. I'm flexing up and slanging cocaine. I remember back when I was no name. Shawty didn't even wanna hang. I'm getting money every day. I can care less about the shit you got to say. How you gon' be broke with that money in your face? Round round with broke, keep that 40 on my waist. All my niggas serving, round round we serving. Get that pack in, break it down and we serving. Break it down and service. No job we working, no job we working. All my niggas serving. Ay.
Welcome back to What We Doing, man. I played a little Red Man. We played that song "Serving" by Dretoon right here, man. I'm gonna say, bro,
exclusive.
I'm gonna say this, man. It sounds like you're supposed to be on the radio now. I will say that.
Hey,
I
man,
agree.
I appreciate it,
I
brother.
agree.
I appreciate it,
I
brother.
agree.
I
The
ain't gonna lie to you.
only critiques I would have is probably whoever mixed and mastered it. You probably want to go and get that remastered, just for your sound quality purposes.
Okay.
That's about it, man. Like, again, it's something that you could hear right now on the radio. It definitely didn't sound regional. It definitely didn't sound like some local shit that, like, you know, when it's a snare drum in the fucking bathtub and they just
right.
and bullshit. It's something you can relate to. It's something that you can listen to. It's definitely, the hook is definitely catchy as fuck. So sound quality, which is probably, I don't know how much you have input into that, but that's something that you can easily do. Get with you with a good ass producer.
Yeah.
Get it mixed and mastered the way it needs to get your levels right. But other than that, bro, that can go.
So,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
kind of tell us about where your headspace was when you made that song. I mean, we can hear it on the song, but just kind of looking at the video, it looked like you was kind of in the middle of one.
Yeah, okay, so, you know, I made that back in 2019, man. You know, I was going through what I was going through. You know, I was out here, you know, out here on my own trying to figure it out, man. You know, I ain't really had no job. I had lost my job. You feel me? I had to figure out how to pay the bills, you know. So I just put it all into my music, bro, you know. And it's, you know, it's relatable. It ain't even just that, you know. Serving, everybody could serve, you feel me? It don't matter what you doing. We all serving low key, you feel me?
In some type of way, you know what I'm saying?
telling you.
I guess my next question is, like, so even though it does sound like it's supposed to be on the radio now and it's clean, is that a bad that you kind of want to stay in, or you got other styles you trying to get out there, or you pretty comfortable with it there?
You heard me, I made that in 2019, man. You know, I'm everywhere. You know, I got so much new music, but I'm just pushing that till I get heard, you feel me? I need everybody to know that serving. I need people to see me like, I need to be serving, you hear me? I'm telling you.
See, and I dig that because, you know, and I hate to bring this dude up, but the same person that kind of got the same vibe as his own music was Post Malone. When Post Malone's early career, they was trying to throw in that stuff he did before, and it looked weird to everybody looking at it in the industry he's trying to get in. It was not our style, but he fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? And I get the same vibe from you. It's like, no matter what, that song meant something to you and you fucks with it. So
Yeah.
if you don't fuck with it, how anybody else gonna fuck with it?
Yeah,
That type of deal.
I love that song, man. I love that song. I ain't never know it was gonna be what I'm gonna push, but hey, you know we rocking with it. You feel me?
So how did you get to the push it? Did you let the streets tell you, or you like, nah, this is mine. I'm gonna let this one get out.
Exactly. Everybody just like, man, serve me. I'm like, serve me. I'm like, all right, well, serving then. We go with it. You hear me?
Boom.
And it start working out. You feel me?
And he does have other music and songs and things of that nature. It just the song "Surfing" it resonated with me as somebody who get up and get on the grind. Myself, it's just one of my favorite songs to wake up to. Gets me motivated and inspired. I mean, I don't walk around with the 40 on my waist, but I'm like, but he like, Jason, we get put over. Just know I'm gonna run away. I'm like, all right. Like, I ain't gonna put you in a bad position. Like, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Because I wasn't gonna say I was gonna tell, but I was gonna imply that whatever's in his car ain't mine. I was like, but the
I
thing,
ain't gonna be in the
but he will be performing next Saturday. I have an array of events coming up.
Okay.
I have an array. Yeah.
Go for it, man.
I like
Array,
that.
you know,
That's a
nigga,
vocabulary
big
word.
blue,
I
and you
got
like, you gotta show these. No, I got an array.
An
Shout out
array.
to focus on Funny OC. But next Saturday, if you guys are available, I know everybody got different comfort zones, but we at Off-Array off of North Harvey in Ferguson, Berkeley area, and they provide great food and services. They customers have increased due to TikTok. Everybody want to eat fufu and shit.
Really?
Yes. African food, people like now they want to eat fufu and shit, eat the bread, like it's trendy, but whatever works that get us to support our culture.
Yeah,
however
no
it works.
doubt.
And people are enjoying it, which is a beautiful thing, but they're allowing us the space to do a customer appreciation day for Focus on Funny. It's basically a free show to the customers. It's a free show to the customers because this is my way of saying thank you for St. Louis for supporting my business, my comedy shows, events, as well as the additional comedians in the scenes around the area because St. Louis comedy scene is really growing and flourishing. We all got our own lanes, but we're doing a damn thing. And shout out to Kansas City.
That was definitely a question that I had. Like, it's a general question, but real talk, like, what do you think about St. Louis's comedy scene right now? Who do you think
we serving? Like my boy said, we serving. Like
who do you
we
think
working?
are some of the like up and coming ones? Because
Man.
again, I home team. But
how often now I got this good challenge, right? Which is come to Customer Appreciation Day next Saturday, which my boy right here will be performing as well. Shout out to DJ Lil Will, Team Lil Will, Review alumni as well. And Reggie Dub may be in the building. You know, everybody think that nigga retarded, but he about his business. But the thing about it is this. It's like, it's a lot of us out here. Okay. And what it is, we all be in our own world. So you got some who do more mainstream shit. I'm a mixture. I prefer the independent grind because my personality. But I like, well, I got to shout out my boy Marquise Moore. It's his season. As a comedian, it's his season.
Okay.
Precious J, awesome female comedian. You got Larry Green doing his thing. And these people are not necessarily like we all friends or get along, but I'm not a hater.
Right. No, just what you see.
I just want to say, like,
what your eye see.
I'm not a hater just because we don't rock with each other. I should pay homage. Yeah. One of the number one niggas out here right now, Reggie Edwards, Reggie Cush. Okay. He does battle rap. He does comedy. No, I ain't gonna say. When I say he's my boy, I ain't gonna say like we friends, but like I'm older than him, but I rock with him, and he's doing a damn thing, and he challenges me as an artist.
Okay. Because
he was living in New York for a while too, and I've been in New York, but he was living there. Yeah. And he's well loved and respected throughout the country. It's a blessing that he's based out here right now. You know, stay on the road, but he's adding value to our scene. And it's so many of them, but shout out to my Black Pack partners, because Tommy Dangerfield, he does his shit on stage and social media. Tenario, he has a cartoon called What's Up, Dog? Okay. And they're working on some things. Like, you look it up on YouTube, we doing a damn thing. And then we got, like, one of my favorite guys to watch, he's like a couple years older than me, but he's newer to the comedy scene, is J.B. Buchanan.
Okay.
Why have I heard that?
I think that's what I'm saying. I think I heard it somewhere.
Yeah. And then my boy Travis Anderson, he's a comedian, more of a storyteller, but he's also really in tune to business, and that's why I click with him as well. And it's just like we doing the thing. And you know, one of my favorite comedians to watch And we're both Aquarius. I'm a January, February, and believe me, we have stories where we were kicking it, and stories where this nigga probably shouldn't punch me in the face. I'm gonna be real. I'm going through my alcoholic stage and shit, but we similar in some force personality. Brandon Taylor.
Brandon Taylor.
Yeah, his niggas. When I say he's an entertainer, like he just embodies everything. Yeah. And maybe because he went to college, he's a Q dog or something, so he's more well rounded than I am. But those people that I identify as just being people I just love to watch. Right. Like I just love to watch them. And Scenario, what I love about him is his father's Darius Bradford.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
All right.
You know how much pressure I got.
Man. Yeah.
And Darius is a legend, a GOAT.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, you got different, everybody can have their perspective, but if you ever watched him live, he just takes the littlest thing and make it the most. Now, Tenero got his own style. He's very, witty and punchline, and he's evolving. You got to understand, we're all still evolving.
Sure.
So, but he's someone I cheer for and proud of. And so St. Louis comedy scene, and shout out to Kansas City, because if it wasn't for Kansas City, I started out in my car, I wouldn't be who I am and where I'm at now. St. Louis gave me the hustle. Kansas City gave me the love.
Oh, damn. Ain't that a
balance.
bitch? At least you didn't have to go too far out the way.
But it was people who show love here. But Kansas City, it's more progressive, more diverse. Mm-hmm. But you learn how to hustle here. But they actually execute great, legitimate business. And that's where I learned professionalism at. I actually came back to St. Louis because I need to rediscover the authenticity in my voice. And then when I was here, I'm like, oh, no, nigga, you just evolved.
I hear that.
Like, I was in some hood shit. I'm like, wait, I don't do this no more. Not because I'm frowning on you. I'm advocating on your behalf, but I ain't in this shit no more.
Right. Yeah, so let me ask you this. It's a Focus on the Funny LLC showcase. Music, comedy.
I do those things already.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You're putting a lineup together right now.
Yeah.
Of the best in your network. Mm-hmm. Who you putting together? Who's headlining? Who's on the ticket?
Well, I'll be honest. I can't say any particular name because guess what? My reach has grown. Mm-hmm. My budget has grown a little bit.
Okay, shout out for the budget growing.
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
When I say a little bit, nigga. When I say a little bit,
it's still growing, bro. No, man.
When I say a little bit, I mean literally like a little bit, like because I'm ignoring all my other bills, nigga. That's why. Like I hope I had the money for Sprint to take out my fucking debit card the next day. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, but back in the day, I'm like, nigga, I didn't even. I mean, technically, statistically, I'm still broke.
Oh yeah, well.
But what I'm saying is how I learned how to play with a few dollars. It has grown.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, with that being said, I look for the energy and the vibe of what makes sense. Of course, I could be a little biased, and my biasness is back for the fact that Marquise Moore has been someone I've been friends with for 13 years. Mm-hmm. And we get into it like, people like, did this nigga Jason respect? No, it's like that's my brother. But he's better at just shutting the fuck up and being quiet and working the room. For me, I'm going to say how I feel. And sometimes that has cost me. And I'm marking it. But the thing about it, and it is what it is, and but that's the beautiful thing about being independent working, that it's all what you put on it, and those who rock with you rock with you. But other than that, if I had to, if I had to put my money on the line, and I knew I wanted people to have a guaranteed good time
there we go.
from St. Louis. If I had to put my money, cause yes, I'm always trying to put my people in a position to be seen and heard. Always, and it's kind of risky. But if I had to put my money on the line, music, I would put him in that category now. Okay. At least for that particular song.
Okay.
But comedy wise, it would be Marquise Moore, Precious J, Larry Green, and Reggie Edwards. If I had to put my money, like if I just had to walk with confidence that when we walk in that building, we gonna walk out like we heroes. Mm. Now, me being a host and a performer, this song I struggle when I'm host, I'm just
right.
But it's like it's just But my artistry bag is a lot different from my hosting. It's two different energies for me. And then my second tier will be like the Tommy Dangerfield, Brandon Taylor, and I say that because I love that guy, but we don't really always get along.
I mean, okay,
we're both Aquarius. But I really am a fan of his. Mm-hmm. No, I rock with him as a person, but I think sometimes our person, we both are kind of rebellious and defiant, and I come off controlling, and he may come off like our dominant. Like people don't like that, but it's not. But it's just because I'm in a different place in my life. Where I'm like, I want to get shit done.
I hear that.
I learned that shit ain't gotta be perfect. We just gotta shoot our shot. But if I had to put my money on the second level for like a minimum, it would be Tommy. It would be Brandon. I don't know nobody else's name right now.
So part 2 of my question.
You know this gonna cost me.
Yeah, you
to
know what I'm
let
saying.
people-
Part 2 of my question. Out of all the people you just named, can you get any of them on our show?
They willing to do it. But you know what? If I tell them to do it, they're going to be oppositional because nobody likes. But this is what Marquis told me. People don't like to say that I'm right.
Yeah, well.
So what it is like I can tell them I want to promote it. I want people to come to these shit. I'll be trying to model for motherfuckers what you can do. You know, instead of just kissing people's ass and sucking
Facts.
dick. I'm like, it's so many ways. It's more than one way to skin a cat. But guess what?
I'm a big believer in organic energy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
facts.
saying?
That's
Me
real
too.
too.
If
That's real too.
It may not make sense for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't make sense for everybody.
Yeah.
And
I've never did I don't normally speak this loosely, this comfortable.
I think the reason why is it's a relationship. It's a comfort level.
Yeah.
It's an authenticity there.
Like yesterday,
we ain't in here
yesterday
you know,
I
like
was around some real shit,
you know what I'm
whatever.
saying?
But I knew when I came here, I could let my hair down.
Yeah, facts, man.
I knew it. I knew it. Like by this point, I knew it, and I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna be changing.
And we pride ourselves on that. And even
Yes, we
as
do.
a and you could kind of speak to this. How did you feel? First time being on radio, first time being on the podcast.
Awesome,
You
facts.
feel what I'm saying? Like
Awesome,
we just wanted to, cause again, if we doing our job, it's a conversation.
Right.
We just talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then your next interviews, listen back to this. Listen back to what you did, what you didn't do. Learn from it. Become better at it. We definitely gonna have you on again.
Yeah,
when you come on again, we expect you to evolve because again, as good as your music is and as good as your message is, if they get to know you, then they gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, you
Yeah.
don't even need a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you got 1,000 to 5,000 independently that really fuck with you, you can eat.
You can live.
You
Yeah.
can eat off
Yeah,
music
yeah,
because there's
okay.
so many avenues and
Facts.
outlets to go get that.
Yeah.
Comedy and everything else as an artist. So again, man, I think I speak for the group when we say this, man. Like we want people to win.
Facts.
Yeah.
So
That's
it ain't
real.
shit
That's real.
to say. Like it ain't
Yeah.
shit to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
like we don't want the other comedians to come on. But if they feel like coming on, you know what we do. You know who we are. You can come
And you know
on.
what's so
and-
crazy?
You know what I'm saying? Like
as
fuck with us. If you
unconventional,
don't-
some people may think and unorthodox or weird. I ain't never been known for being a hater.
Nah.
That's the crazy part. I never been known for being a hater. And my thing is, I'm like, yeah, it may not. See, some of these motherfuckers, they associate white with success.
No, I'll tell you what it is. Because you're honest, and because your honesty cuts, that's when motherfuckers think that is hate. And what I
Yeah.
mean by that is this. Same thing. Same way. We not haters.
No.
But we not finna this is not gonna be a softball kiss your ass interview.
Yeah.
Never. You never go come up here and
Like when I come over here, like I don't know what the fuck Leon gonna say.
Right,
Yeah,
you,
right,
and
I know
I,
my-
and I love and
My
I love
sick
that.
ass mental
Right.
partner right here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I know I got a teammate right here. Just like when I said, you know, how many baby mamas I got? You sitting looking at his face like, I can't support this nigga. I'm like, bro, I evolved.
you was
That's
going
everything
with
was
it,
about. That's everything was about.
I just want to know where you was going with
Like
it.
I got
You know what I'm
plans,
saying?
goals.
That's
10 years
it.
ago about my personality check.
Alright, then that's what we talking now. But that's what we saying.
With the
Like,
last
we
few
just
minutes-
we just wanted to be authentic. We always wanted to be authentic conversation.
With the
That's
last
what
few
it
minutes,
is.
do y'all mind if I make a few plugs? Is that okay?
Plug out.
plug, quick.
We at the end of it. Go for it.
So what it is, like I said, next Saturday, and I welcome you guys, and I want you to bring your information because you'll meet some other comedians. Shout out St. Louis Slim, who did a bid, who's out, back on the grind, looking healthy, just celebrate having his first apartment since he been back home. Like,
Sure.
real ass nigga. I hated him when I was young. I hated him, but comedically he used to be like, "This nigga, you suck." But they now I learned that they did out of love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But which they don't do now. Everybody get trophies and shit. you know?
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, so I was part of that era of that transition between how it was to what it is now. But with that being said, next Saturday is not only a day show, 3 to 5. We got a world-renowned DJ in the building. We got people coming from Kansas City coming out to rock with us, about 10 of them. So I want them to have a good time and see the love that we have here in St. Louis. So I want all the support there. But it's free. It's my way of saying thank you. As well as the next day, me and Pancho Rucker, Team Rehab, are doing our first Bounce Back benefit, annual benefit comedy and poetry event, because we're raising money for those who are going in transition a rough time. We're not putting them on blast. It's private. but everything's legitimate. I wouldn't even co-sign if it wasn't. Then on the 14th, I'm doing a 314 a day event at what is that? The Warehouse West. So support that wonderful establishment, regardless of the fact it's in the hood off of Hamilton. You go in there, treat respect, security, great food, great drinks, great atmospheres, pretty dope. Give me an underground vibe as a performer. And then on the 19th, Jeff City, shout out to my boy Picasso. But the 20th, my pride and joy right here is Love, Lust, and Loneliness going down to St. Louis, Missouri. And it's a comedy show, movie night all in one. So it's a great date night. Come out. Or you might, if you're single, you're going to meet some women because 95% of people come to my shows are women. And I show respect to them. I mean, I crack my jokes, don't compromise my humor. But, you know, they're beautiful, intelligent women. Most of us around our age, and we all take care of our business. And on 21st, I'm in Kansas City. Legends Comedy Club. Shout out to my boy Kevin Rowe.
Working.
This the
Look
month.
at God.
This is right now. It really is. You know
Look
why?
at
Because
God.
I had some challenges where I had to turn the other cheek. The next day I woke up and all of a sudden I had some deposits. Shout out to those who believe in me and trust me and work with my dude.
There you go.
Yeah, we
Which is
can't-
how I was able to pay a bill today. So shout out. Now I got to come with the money, make sure I distribute to these niggas, right?
Alright. Yo, show, baby.
Yeah,
Shout
man,
out.
you know,
Formation.
I want to appreciate y'all for having me on here. My first, radio interview, man.
Tight. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
You know, shout out my boy Jason Nelson. Shout out my boy Two Scale. Shout out everybody who rocking with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I mess with y'all and I appreciate y'all, man. And I definitely expect to be back here and I'm gonna turn up and hopefully work on everything and be better. You feel me?
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
That's what I'm talking
Yes, sir.
Talking about.
Yes, sir.
So shout out to what we doing and showing y'all platform, my city, my music too.
Thank y'all
you,
for
sir.
coming out, man.
Yes,
This
sir.
is what we doing. We got Jason Nelson. We got Dretoon. This is your man HT Sims.
It's Mr. Mix.
That damn Joffy Joffer.
This is what we doing. Peace.
Take it easy.
Y'all take pictures or anything? Or what y'all want?
We can take some pictures, but